There is a good deal of evidence that says humans existed at a time before there was a moon in the sky. Aristotle said the Pelasgians lived in Arcadia at a time before the moon. He called these people Proselenians, meaning those who lived before the moon. Anaxagoras and Democritus mentioned these same people as being before the moon, and so convinced were they of this fact that they had no problem relaying it as a part of their standard history lessons to their students of the time. Apollonius of Rhodes mentioned the time when not all the orbs were yet in the heavens, and only the Arcadians lived, of whom it is said that they dwelt on mountains and fed on acorns, before there was a moon. The ancient Illyrians were also Proselenians, whose records record a time before the moon. The 14th century Italian scientist Giordano Bruno echoes all of this. There are those who have believed that there was a certain time when the moon, which was believed to be younger than the sun, was not yet created. The Cordilleras believes there was a time with no moon, and they always to this day start their stories of ancient times with the phrase, "before the moon inhabited the night sky." In Bolivia, there are pictographs stating the moon did not arrive in the heavens until about 12,000 years ago. And strangely enough, there is a lack of ancient moon maps. Pretty weird given that the moon is a main celestial body and the brightest next to the sun. Philip Stuke of the University of Western Ontario couldn't understand this, and after a long search, the oldest reference to the moon he could find was what appeared to be a lunar map inside a tomb in North Ireland, dating back 5,000 years. He found a set of lines and dots that, when placed over a picture of the full moon, appeared to line up. So 5,000 years ago is the oldest reference to the moon. Again, where's the ancient lunar calendars? 3,000 years beforehand, the Sumerians were involved in astrology, but their moon god wasn't present until about 1,000 years after this Irish reference to the moon. Again, the moon is a very obvious body in the sky, so why would we have trouble finding ancient references to it? Well, because the moon wasn't always there. The moon displays a lot of strange characteristics that tell us this is not only a holographic projection, but one where strange activity is going on interdimensionally. The lunar wave has been shown by many YouTube channels. The lunar wave is a wave that crosses the entire moon consistently, like a constant loading sequence in a hologram. On many occasions, orbs of light have been seen surrounding and exiting the moon. These are either souls that are being recycled back into another body on Earth, or the false light beings traveling to and from. There's really no way to know, but the activity is strange. The moon is an implant, and part of the moon's function interdimensionally is to create a false light trap upon our death. This is what some people refer to as the Pac-Man light. Our souls are eaten by the light just like Pac-Man eating the dots. Saturn is aiding in this process, and funny enough, we're told 2 of Saturn's moons has a heat signature representing Pac-Man. This is intentional and being rubbed in our faces. So our souls are locked in a dimension of control on this flat plane, and the false afterlife is merely a short break before being recycled back into this matrix. Before I continue, I'm not saying this is all doom and gloom. We have limitless divine strength to get out of this matrix, but the true light from which all source energy pours out through has been hidden from us. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is an instruction manual on how to navigate the planes of the afterlife. It says, "Be not fond of the dull smoke-colored light from hell. Remember the clear light, the pure, clear white light from which everything in the universe comes, to which everything in the universe returns, the original nature of your own mind." So the true light does exist, but has been covered up by the false light. Many people don't even recognize that they're infinite souls with infinite creative abilities, so upon death they're still attached to the physical realm and seek comfort in any signs that point to familiarity. Family members and friends are often seen by the light to help lure you in. These aren't real though. The fact that a formless soul would remain in its physical form after death makes no sense. These are archons, or false light beings, making themselves into forms that you recognize. The Near-Death Experience Research Foundation is the largest collection of near-death experiences on the internet. Do some investigating yourself. you'll find that overwhelmingly people state that they were drawn to the light or pulled to the light. There is some type of pulling action going on, and for the majority of people, it seems they have little control over it. Many people find themselves going toward or being pulled into the tunnel like a magnet, so I speculate this light trap has gotten more and more powerful and efficient since the Tibetan Book of the Dead was written. Upon entering this light, we receive a life review and are told by false light beings posing as our rulers that we must reincarnate to Earth to rework karma. This is 100% bullshit. We need to get back to source, back to our original bodies, and not stuck in this cycle of death and reincarnation. We're told there's a soul agreement or mission that we must fulfill on this physical plane. Why do these beings want us recycled? So we can remain energetic food for them. Archonic beings and reptilians who run this matrix need us. The Archons survive off of our negative thought forms, and the reptilians survive off of our blood and our children's blood. John Grace, an ex-CIA operative, wrote under the name Val Valerian in a series of books called Matrix. His material has a lot of truth in it, but it's also mixed with lies, like all disinformation activists. He does reveal, however, the afterlife's tricks as required by the laws of lesser magic. In Matrix 5, Valerian writes, they want to recycle spirits into another productive incarnation. Hence the light and tunnel at Death Trap. Scanning someone they wish to recycle as they near death, they discover who the person was close to has died. They project the person's image in the white light tunnel, and the image waves you in deeper. If you choose to follow, you can be trapped and sent to another incarnation of their choice. Hidden in plain sight is another name for lesser magic. The laws of lesser magic entailed that the evil acts done on this plane can be balanced out as long as the truth has been shown to us via riddles, media, symbols, and more. The DreamWorks logo sequence shows a boy sitting on the moon fishing in the water. The moon has nothing to do with the works of dreams. This boy is fishing for souls. We're told through many movies not to go into the light.
Flower, red thorn. Don't die, Shrek. And if you see a long tunnel, stay away from the light.
No! Hurry, no! Don't look at the light!
I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
What is it?
It's so pretty.
I'm feeling happy, which is a big deal for me.
I want to touch it.
Ooh. Hey, come back. Come on back here.
I'm gonna get you.
I wanna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna swim with you.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna be your best friend. Good feelings gone. That light at the end of the tunnel, guess what? That's not heaven.
In the Lego Movie, Cloud Cuckoo Land is said to have no negativity and no unhappiness, just like many near-death experiences discussed in The Light. This is all energetic manipulation. In the background we see the all-seeing eye, and all throughout Cloud Cuckoo Land there are lights that are mesmerizing and many spinning wheels like used in hypnosis. It's revealed that the unicorn is hiding all of the negativity with a positive demeanor. This represents that the false afterlife is meant to trick us. It's malevolent at its core, but hidden within false love. In the 2005 movie The Island, before their birth on Earth, clones are created in pods and programmed via light and hypnotic suggestion that they are special and have been chosen to go into the island, which is powered by a holographic grid. You're special. You have a very special purpose in life. You've been chosen. The island awaits you. This is akin to the many near-death experiences where the experiencer is told that they have been chosen for a special mission. These are soul contracts that we are being coaxed into agreeing to. The idea of archons using us for energetic food is shown in movies as well. In The Host, the human race has been taken over by small parasitic beings called the souls. The souls insert themselves into host bodies and are able to access the host's memories. In Monsters, Inc., we're told that we have monsters assigned to us at birth. The future is bright at Monsters, Inc. We're part of your life. We power your car. We warm your home. We light your city. Carefully matching every child to their ideal monster to produce a superior scream refined into clean, dependable energy. Clean, dependable energy, meaning our fear, our negative energies which are fueling these beings. The fact that we live in a fabricated reality inside of a dome is shown in movies too. In The Truman Show, Jim Carrey plays Truman, a play on words for the true man. He lives in a false world, a hoax perpetrated from the lunar moon room. His life is a movie set. I want to mention that some say the Egyptian god Set is synonymous with Satan. So Truman, at the end, trying to escape, sets sail only to collide into a giant wall that's encasing his reality. In The 13th Floor, the main character travels to the edge of the world, discovering it's a simulation, complete with an energetic grid which is green, just like in the Matrix trilogy. Every opening Disney sequence shows the flat Earth represented by the horizontal lights and the dome represented by the round star line over the kingdom. This sequence is showing us the kingdom, the King Dome. It's all in the language, folks. As I've mentioned in other videos, we live in a hologram that the creator is projecting onto this reality. We keep feeding our energy towards Saturn and confining beliefs like money and time. So what is being broadcasted back is exactly what we're putting in. You could say we've helped insert a virus into our creator who's akin to a computer. Our world is malleable when we take control of our divine nature. We can reinvigorate our divine selves in these bodies by sun gazing and by connecting with the divine feminine energy of our earth via grounding mats and barefoot walking. By focusing on love, clearing ourselves of negative thought forms, and letting our divine selves flow through us, we can rise up above the frequencies that bind us. To not go into the light, we must tune our thoughts and attention accordingly. When we die, we have 360 vision, so if we're not automatically pulled by the light, we can concentrate on a different direction and think ourselves to movement. This might be more challenging than it sounds, since the light, as many near-death experiences put, is mesmerizing and hard to look away from. But the tunnel is able to fade away with our intention to go back to source, without fighting any entities who we come across. Think your way out. Don't fight it. Just like the Tibetan Book of the Dead recommends.